In the heart of ancient Rome, there lived a man named Decimus, a warrior of unmatched strength and vision born into poverty. He rose through the ranks of the legion with nothing but sheer will. And the fire of ambition in his soul, the city soon, echoed his name, a name that stirred awe and fear in equal measure, as he grew into a symbol of relentless power that none dared oppose. From the bloodied sands of the Colosseum to the silent halls of the Senate, Decimus carved a path few could follow. His victories in Gaul and Britannia brought him riches and loyalty from soldiers. He was not just a man, but a force, one who could bend the rules of Rome. If it suited his cause, his eyes ever watched the skyline of power, and he reached toward it like a hawk to prey. The Senate whispered tales of concern, fearing his rise. His legions were more loyal to him than the state itself. Yet Decimus spoke not of rebellion, only of justice and reform. He promised the people grain, safety, and gold, and the crowds roared at his every word, for in him they saw not a tyrant, but a savior born of war and fire. But Rome was never kind to those who soared too high. The old guards plotted in shadow, fearing he would crown himself emperor. Decimus knew the blades behind his back, and he welcomed them. He had not survived barbarian hordes and traitors, only to fall by cowardly hands in silken robes. His fury was not one of rage, but cold calculation. With iron discipline, he tightened his grip on Rome, bringing order where chaos thrived. Corruption, vanished temples were rebuilt, and roads paved, yet power demands sacrifice. And he lost his brother to poison, his mother to shame. The cost of glory was never gold, but blood and loneliness in the palace of marble and lies. He fell in love with Livia, daughter of a noble senator. Her grace tamed the lion within him, but she too became a pawn in Rome's cruel game. When her father joined a rebellion, Decimus was forced to choose country or heart, and the pain of that decision left a scar deeper than any sword ever could. He chose Rome, as he always did. Her father was executed, and Livia vanished from his world. He returned to battle heartless, but more powerful than ever. Now nothing tied him to weakness. He was not a man anymore, but an idea. Rome itself reborn in the skin of a warrior with the heart of a god. Years passed, and his empire grew. Senators bent knees, kings sent gifts. But the higher he rose, the more he saw the rot beneath the marble. He started writing laws to end slavery, to lift the poor, and to grant voice to the forgotten. His power became the people's strength, and the elite trembled. Assassins came in the night, poison in wine, arrows in crowds. Each time he survived by instinct and fate. He trusted none but his general Marcus, a man of silence and stone. Together they formed an empire of fear and justice that reshaped the very soul of Rome with fire and law. But Marcus betrayed him, driven by envy and the promise of the Senate. Together, they plotted a coup to strike when Decimus knelt to honor Jupiter on the day of triumph. But Decimus foresaw the blow. He had lived too long in blood not to smell betrayal in the air of celebration. He turned mid-ceremony, his blade singing through marble air and flesh. Marcus fell with eyes wide in shock, and the Senate gasped. Decimus stood, blood on his tunic and silence in his soul. He gave no speech, only a look that froze every traitor to stone before he walked into the temple alone. Inside, he prayed not for strength, but for peace, peace from power, peace from battle. His gods gave no answer, for even Olympus feared a man like Decimus. He left the temple not as a ruler, but a ghost, one who had seen the peak of power and found only cold wind and shadow waiting. He vanished the next day, no guards, no servants, only a note left on the throne. Rome is eternal, and so is its pain. Let a new light guide you now. And with that, the greatest warrior Rome had known became legend, a whisper in corridors, a statue without a grave. Years passed, and his name became a symbol of unbreakable will. Mothers told sons of his victories. Scholars debated his choices. Some claimed he lived in the East as a monk, others that he wandered the desert alone. All agreed on one truth: he changed Rome forever. No emperor after him ruled without fear of the ghost of Decimus. His sword was kept in the Senate, a reminder of what one man could do if fire and purpose drove his soul. Many tried to become him, but failed, for Decimus was not born. He was forged like iron by war, pain, and loss. And so ends the tale of Decimus, not with a crown or tomb, but with echoes in time. For true power is not in holding the throne, but in shaping the world so deeply that time itself must remember you. His story lived not in gold or scrolls, but in the hearts of all who dared to rise.